understand that. In my mind, they had a weapon.
I can't shoot someone because in my mind they had a weapon. Okay. That's the problem. I mean, if I walk up to someone right now and have a conversation with them, and I think they have a
How are you? How did you shoot? Did you shoot one-handed? Shoot two-handed?
Two-handed, like
two-handed, like this. You come across your body. Okay. And you shoot the first. What you said? 4 shots. That's what you remember. And then they start backing out. You continue to shoot through the window.
I don't recall, but I do remember getting out of my car and taking getting sideways. Mm-hmm. And I was just like waiting for the wing for.
Once again,
I'll look at it.
Once again, you think they have something, think they have something. You think they have something. You're going to get out of the car so you get angry? Break your foot?
Well, at the time, I was doing everything on intervention.
So I'm just saying that we're trained to, if we think something is there, to get out of the way, to get in the cover of the children.
TT position significantly decreases the maneuverability of the bike. To negotiate tight bends, you must return to your initial cycling position or by braking.
So your car's not shooting. You are. Why would they shoot up your car?
Honestly, sir, I'm at a loss to justify what I did in the second volley, other than saying I thought they were shooting, going to be shooting back, and Stephen and was in such a panic.
So you get the gun, rack it, and then reassess?
TT position significantly decreases the maneuverability of the bike. To negotiate tight bends, you must return to your initial cycling position or by braking.
At that point, you turn to get that press. You take it out of your glove box. You want to pulse for it. You rack around, and you come back up on first. Okay. In the amount of time he's starting to get out of his truck when he first starts to go to this room. But yet, by the time you come back and start shooting, he's still in the truck.
I think he saw that soon. I don't know.
So that's why I'm a little.
TT position significantly decreases the maneuverability of the bike. To negotiate tight bends, you must return to your initial cycling position or by
braking. The bullet goes right through the door. 3 bullets went through that door. Okay, he wasn't hit standing outside the truck.
Oh no, I know I shot through the door.
Once you get around the door, you shoot through it. This is legal.
Right. When the latches came off the door, that's when I went to do what I was doing with the gun. And when I came back, I fired into that. No, when I got my gun in the...
We said earlier, did you see the latch? What do you call the latch?
Well, the door's open. He's stepping in.
So, and he's stepping out.
Yeah.
And you go and read, so by the time you come back and come up this blazing, somehow he's still sitting in the truck.
TT position significantly decreases the maneuverability of the bike. To negotiate tight bends, you must return to your initial cycling position or by braking.
The victim never got out of the truck, and the door was shut at the time the suspect opened fire. This was proven by correlating the angles of the bullets that came through the door, alongside the entry and exit rooms to the victim.
You're saying you feel like this guy's got the shotgun and you're getting... So you think he's getting out of the car? So you turn to get sure. Is he unarmed? Which he is. Why is he going to be?
I don't know.
TT position significantly decreases the maneuverability of the bike. To negotiate tight bends, you must return to your initial cycling position or by braking.
You're dead, bitch.
Okay, you asked him to turn the radio back?
At exactly 3:25 p.m. on April 8th of 2009, the dismissal bell rang at Oliver Stevens School in Woodstock, Ontario, and hundreds of grade schoolers were seen leaving the premises. Yet one 8-year-old was captured on surveillance leaving 2 minutes later than the rest, as she had to run back inside to get her mother's butterfly earrings that were left on her desk. Her name was Tori Stafford, and on that Wednesday afternoon, she never returned home. She was reported missing by her grandmother at exactly 6:04 p.m., and a missing persons investigation was launched immediately. Roughly 7 hours later, surveillance footage from a local high school was discovered, capturing what police say was the missing child, walking side by side an unidentified woman. Tori did not appear to be struggling in the video, and the woman was described as between 19 to 25 years of age, light, 5'2", and about 125 pounds with a black ponytail. The local police made a public appeal for the woman in the video to come forward, and Tori's grandparents offered a $10,000 reward for her return. A Facebook group dedicated to finding her gained over 20,000 followers in under 24 hours. On April 12th, 4 days after her disappearance, hundreds gather in Woodstock at 8 p.m. to hold a vigil for Tori, and her mother makes a tearful televised appeal for the return of her missing daughter. Over the following week, Tori's parents are interviewed by investigators, and each of them pass a polygraph test. Police call off ground searches 6 days after the child's disappearance after finding no clues nor leads. The day after, America's Most Wanted features Tori's case as its top story. On April 17th, the Ontario Provincial Police take the lead in the investigation, and the ground searches recommence. The case was then officially classed as an abduction, not just a missing person. They step up a media campaign by releasing a composite sketch of the woman in the video, and then circulate the image on social media and local news outlets. On May 19th, police attained information that the woman is 18-year-old Terry Lynn McClinton, who is already in custody for breaching a probation order for a previous drug violation. She was transferred to the Ontario Police Headquarters and interviewed at roughly 5:30 p.m. by Detective Sergeant Jim Smith. She initially denied being the woman in the video and claimed to know nothing about the missing girl, but roughly 45 minutes into the interrogation, she breaks.
I think it goes right back to what you said a few times. You didn't want to see it. Okay? And that doesn't change the fact that you still have to prove it and benefit you as we talk about it being really hard to talk about. And it's even harder to talk about in sex. Part of it, okay? But you saw it. Okay? You're really smart. And you need to stop it.
She describes in disturbing detail the abduction and killing of Tori Stafford, stating that she lured the girl into a secluded parking space with a promise of sharing her puppy. She was then forced into the back seat of a vehicle that immediately drove away. In the driver's seat was 28-year-old Michael Rafferty, who then drove to a secluded area 100 miles north of Woodstock. He then proceeded to sexually assault and then murder the 8-year-old, with the fatal injury being 4 strikes to the head with a claw hammer. The witness drew a rough sketch of the area where Tori was killed.
TT position significantly decreases the maneuverability of the bike. To negotiate tight bends, you must return to your initial cycling position or by braking.
And was confirmed to be the result of repeated blows to the head with a blunt object. At 7:55 p.m. that evening, Michael Rafferty was arrested and informed that he is being charged with kidnapping and first-degree murder. He is read his rights and then brought to the police headquarters for immediate interrogation.
TT position significant.
I think they might have only put one sugar in. They got a nice stuff. You get hungry, you can help. Okay, so you're hungry now, get your full meal. That's okay.
The Ontario Provincial Police have a highly trained behavioral science team, and their subdivision of forensic psychiatry is recognized as one of the best in the world. At first, you will see the familiar strategy of the core development. The investigator will retain a friendly and almost nonchalant disposition throughout the opening phase of the interrogation. The perception of solidarity and respect will make the suspect more likely to cooperate and take things into consideration, while the detective's easygoing disposition will also downplay the severity of the crime, thus making the gravity of admission far less intimidating.
Anytime you have a question, right? Don't be shy. I have issues getting any food there. There's something to want. So my job is
Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulty, but be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. Don't get caught out. We can aim for the podium, and maybe even more if all goes our way. Have a good...
Staff Sergeant Chris Loam had been a police officer for over 21 years and was a member of the Behavioral Sciences Unit for the last 17. At the time this interrogation took place, he was the head of the analysis section. This meant he was in charge of criminal profiling, threat assessment, and forensic psychiatry. He indicates that his only purpose is to assess the suspect's threat level, yet this variety of threat assessment is only applied to less severe infractions. With relation to rape and murder, the serious nature of the crime means that the threat level is already assessed, long before any form of psychoanalysis takes place. In reality, the investigator's primary purpose is to gain an understanding of the suspect's character, and then use this knowledge to try and influence both his reasoning and decision-making.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the evening for this first stage of Paris-Nice. As is often the case during the first stages of the Race of the Sun, close attention will be paid to the weather and the wind, that, in the event of a border, could catch some of the favourites for final victory off their guard.
You've got a loop to be covered 3 times today, guys.
Right, obviously you're upset by what's going on. You're here for a reason. And right back at the beginning, the investigators and the case manager, the officer in charge said that I'm going to follow the evidence and go where the evidence leads me. Okay? And now you're here because the evidence has led the investigators to you.
Wind is weak at the moment, but on the 2nd and 3rd laps, it could blow stronger. I'll keep you posted on the risk of borders. Have a good stage.
Really, at this point in time, I know you want to look at your history. There's very little and all of a sudden you're involved in this situation. You're very upset with what's going on. The last time I was told was like this, and we were learning Dr. Burke and never do it. What he was doing is he was watching me on his computer for hours and hours and hours with the calc to the point that he decides which items. And he goes and he grabs Holly, this next to her, and he realizes what he's going to do. Okay? And he panics. He doesn't know what to do because she's a witness now. And he says, if I just let her go, she's going to tell me. So he decides that he's not. Okay? And all that. Simple. He's watching the fight come on. These things happen. Okay? It's it. It's caution. Okay? These things happen all the time. It's your right to get a certificate. Okay? Why? Why would it have to be? like 40 bucks. I'm going to set this to see number one, you feel bad over what you've done. First, number four. And number two, to make you feel bad, feel bad. To do this again, because he really doesn't care. Not at all. Upset with it. Mad at it. Other might sit with the awkward. You know, awkward for sympathy, right? From reading about you, this to me seems like a care. No, it could be. You may have planned this for a long period of time. You may have totally enjoyed it. If I'm wrong, then you're wrong. Right? But I also know that we all make mistakes. Okay? That's what mentors every race. Mentors we all make mistakes. That's
Counter-attack attempt.
you sorry, but it looks like if you could turn back time, there's a few decisions and let you made a little bit different. Alright? If I could turn back time for you, like I would. But it's not that. Okay? Now you want to see what the case was. Okay?
With his ruler climber profile, Maximilian Schachmann has all the qualities to contest the general classification in stage races. He's notably won Paris-Nice in both the 2020 and 2021 seasons. He's a free element. He can upset the apple cart if conditions are right.
You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the peloton. It's looking good.
Then reality sets in. It's just really what's happening. That's what we're doing. Really at this point.
He's asked his teammates to manage the time gap. He no doubt wants to take the win in the sprint.
So, we already think the worst. We're going to rise. Again, if it's something where we're like, over here, we're looking at child marks, it's not even
There's an attack behind.
If it wasn't our idea, then that's 22. But we can't change what the case stops. Alright? You know deep down that this is your chance to get it off your chest. So not sitting there the rest of your life saying, I guess I should have said something. Right? I guess I should have got it off your chest and said my side. This is your last chance to do it. The fact that you're here, the fact that you know
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
You have to take the steps now to live the rest of it. Okay? This is what you have to do. You don't need to talk about it. Okay?
It's always interesting to examine a suspect's demeanor while being interrogated, especially compared to how they most likely were while committing a violation. The suspect here is a quivering mess, acting like a helpless victim, wallowing in his own self-pity while vying for sympathy. Essentially the opposite of how he was while attacking Terry Stanton. It's ironic that the powerless and vulnerable perception he is trying to portray here is exactly what his victim would have felt at the time she was attacked. The sympathy he is trying to garner for himself is clearly what he wants for the 8-year-old child he raised in Maine.
I've got it determined. Part of my job. When all is said and done here, what I think Mike's done, this is it. He's made his mistake. He realizes how wrong the mistake that he made is going to be to put it off the city and say, or the court's going to say it was implemented. But he's going to do it now. And that's what our job is. We do it. We sit in every situation. We can drive. We can do this stuff. Like I say, this man has done that, just snapped at this. Maybe something for many months.
It is everything. That it is entirely. So we have tried to do an incident.
It's not yourself into that. Okay? But at the same time, you're not doing yourself any good. You're not being truthful. Okay?
The investigator wants to come across as empathetic and understanding, yet still needs to keep the suspect's confidence low. He watches for denial and stops him immediately. Letting the suspect deny his guilt will only increase his morale, thus increase his psychological endurance and constancy for self-preservation. This needs to be stripped away as much as possible, as early as possible.
Because by not being truthful, all you have left is your credibility. That's all you have left. Okay? You're not the only person who has truthful, right? Okay? You're not surprised at that. Okay? She's been identified as the one for being your friend. And with three of you, you're going forward, go to walk away, go to home beat. Okay? Grab it from the door, you're going to find the method, you're going to grab it, you're going to grab a door. The other person can go to the door, the other person got the door. Put it in your car. Alright? And there's other steps that will take. There's things that happen in the ego, there's things that happen outside the block. There's things that happen to her, right? Before she's gone. You're involved. You can't match them, you can't change them.
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints.
Okay? There's nothing I can do to turn out to handle things that I would have to react to this situation.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
The only concern and the issue that I have is why what allows you to do something that makes it before you get involved in the death of other people and enjoy this. Am I sitting across the desk from Calvin Rutherford? I might sit across from someone who made a mistake. Okay? And that's going to be the question to ask them. All right? What's your bucket first? So, grab it, sick, baby. Yeah. I've seen it before. I don't cut your back. This isn't a mark ticket, okay? This is reality. Okay? People have already told you, people assume the words. Okay? People are going to assume the words with you. Unless you and I sit here and clarify. If something's pushed you to do it, if you can't just fly over your entire life, okay? Like, it doesn't, not really. Something brings this on. When you sit and talk to someone who had a troubled life like your career and just gets pushed into doing this, it's really be like to take a kid and touching another kid, and then wish you could stop. Okay? People can. That's the whole issue. Right?
The detective seems to be almost rambling here, but this is a common strategy used to keep the suspect's mind racing. When Rafferty is concentrating on what the detective is saying, it doesn't give him a chance to conjure up his own thoughts, making it very hard for him to either think of a lot or disassociate from the situation altogether. It's a methodical process of breaking a suspect down through mental exhaustion and slowly chipping away his psychological stamina piece by piece.
We can't control every emotion. We can't control some of our urges, some of our thoughts. None of us can. But I can't look in the face and say, I've made a mistake and I've got a decision. People like that. The reality is, you have to accept it and move on. Okay? Because I can walk up there and never see you again. And I can do that.
The climbs that count towards the polka dot jersey classification only earn points on the second and third laps.
You and I need to walk out of here together, okay? With what you and I have to sit and say, this is what pushed my forward. This is what pushed me to get forward. Take it forward, good enough. When is that necessary? Right? You figure out my own interviews and take minutes. Anybody else? You sit there and decide, I'm going to get rid of this and get this off my chest. If people understand my side, or am I going to sit there, throw it up, and keep it in for the rest of my life? Right? You need to be realistic with this, okay? You have an entire plan to deal with this, right? It's plan to control it, okay? What am I going to do? Well, your plan isn't going to work. okay? Because you're not built for it. This isn't what you're about. You're not some sick bastard, right? That sits there and gets enjoyment out of hurting you. All right, so now you have to live with it, okay? And to live with it, the first way is over. So if someone wants to what you have to do, now that they got the issue, right? You have an issue here, and you really don't have it. Telling you, it indicates you're struggling. I can't change that. You can't change that at this stage. But you need to be honest. You need to understand your credibility in this is how you're recognizing your credibility. I'm sitting here saying nothing. It doesn't do you a good job. And all of a sudden, by your start, you're going to start thinking, you know, right? It's a your chance. So you're, right? But it says you want. Let's see how we're trying not to respect that you do. They can sit this.
The two intermediate sprints of the stage are contested on the finishing line in Montclaville. It offers a chance to check out the terrain before an eventual bunched finish.
You're the best sprinter in the breakaway. You should manage to win the intermediate sprint.
I know people that have said that two options that have in different stages of their lives, okay? And I know what he's all about. You're not that guy, all right? But at the same time, you can't just sit here and say, well, I hope this all goes away, right? This isn't like a list of work.
Guys, you're 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. The Pelican is riding hard. Stay well placed. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Any people who are okay? What's going on here is you're just going to take your number of words, you know what? In order to get rid of it, get your what in your head, the evidence is there, and you have a full story for your okay? And I also need to know number one, okay? The responsibility for it, okay? This is something for this is good. You might want to sit and get this off your chest and go through your side, right? So if I just walk away, at minimum, that's what people do. At minimum. If you have some experience, well, that's good for you. But can't change that, okay? If this is something that got out of control, you just plan on taking and you thought you were going to put her back, or put just take her for a ride, that's fine. Go ahead and lose it. Okay?
You'll have to up the pace. His team is moving into the driving seat behind.
I don't think there's some kind of if I did with my great Canada, Okay? I don't think. I think this, okay? Are you some kind of monster? Or did you make a mistake? You made a mistake, right? It's a mistake, I think you take it back if you could. It's a mistake, I think you take it back. You can run it down the angle,
Allez les gars,
you
c'est
can
comme ça.
turn back the hand, you can't. We're not some monster. You made a mistake.
Allez les gars, courage!
Take this back if you could. You made a mistake. You need to deal with it. But I did not do the things I did anyway. Yeah, for past that. Okay? I don't know. If I thought you were not so, I'm not gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't just walk out, I wouldn't spend some time with you. I thought you were a monster, just because I want to see what makes you think.
Watch out, lads. The wind has picked up. As you leave Bonnier-sur-Seine, the road is exposed, so there could be borders. Move up to the front.
You can't sit and say that you're innocent, because what's the deal with it? You lay down and do that. Sorry, you know what's it. Okay? You know what's it. Okay? Not to be an extra. Why are you doing the way around the field when you can do it? That's not how innocent people are. Look at how people are involved in music. It's something that I think is very true and I have a need to continue and continue that people have to continue. Big deal about it. They're involved. Not at all. They have to make it happen. So maybe you're up to the first and second. What you're going to do. That's what I thought. Okay? And I don't want to are you ready? Okay? There is a major issue. Okay? It's the issue of the evidence. You can't change. I have no the overall thing is right. We don't need to say that. Step along like that. Okay? The only issue I have is I volunteered for membership because I come from more situations. Okay? And I'm saying, very respectful of me. You're not giving me a hard time. You're not being rude to me. So I'll sit here because the reality of it is I'm away. And you're going to sit there.
The wind has made its appearance on the roads of Paris-Nice. There could be a tent at Bourges.
You're in a tough spot. And again, this is your opportunity to say your piece. But you got some pretty serious explaining to do. Okay? In the big picture, whatever. If I just leave you here, you got some stuff that you need to explain. I acknowledge already what my thoughts are. What you, okay, I told you at the beginning. That this is a constitution. Okay? But maybe that's why you don't. Maybe I've done this before. Maybe I'm not doing it again, right? I don't think that. But I mean, you could be sitting there playing, right? That's what I am, right? I can tell you that I don't think that's the case.
The breakaways losing ground.
Again, there's a huge stuff a lot worse than you. You made a mistake. The only thing we're doing is consider no big chance. Everyone's really quiet. This is not good work with that, okay? Good mind stuff. We need to acknowledge what's causing the demons. And I never said first after you take the school.
Watch out, guys. His team is attempting a Bourdieu. Move up immediately to the front of the peloton.
You were there. You were part of when the kid was doing what the work. Okay, more people. And from there, the kid the lives of the kid. But this is the stuff we need to explain. Nobody can control your destiny but you. Okay? I can. And I already put the cards on the table. This is your chance. You don't think you're going to feel better? Get some of this off.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
Okay. I'll say we can do this. There's no issues with it at all. So, no promises. At least, I'm starting comfortable here. Because you're going to sit stupid forever. So I should have said this or shouldn't have said that. Right? It's up to you. I mean, I've got situations where I wish I had told somebody when I did. I'm going to show up. Situation. Ben, who said your piece or we should have kept it on the shelf. Well, those experiences. But this is your chance to stay your piece. Right? You don't mention Dave much. You just sit and have a discussion. How is it going to get worse? Right? You can't. Obviously, too expensive. But you have to go through. What's your biggest fear or your biggest concern now that you've been charged? What's your biggest concern?
Essentially, you're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
Deeper. It's a fluid area. It's sexual relationship toward. That's where it is. There's more detail if you want. In a nutshell, the play with visualization. First step, we go to the people that investigation will go on for a little while yet. There's a couple of things that are told that need to be done. And the big picture you're facing these charges. We're not in business, just deal with the issue here. Just another position.
The suspect remains unyielding after 95 minutes of psychological pressure, so the investigators commence the next stage of the interrogation. They initiate the Mudd and Jeff technique, most commonly known in pop culture as good cop, bad cop.
Is that the one you bring yourself? I understand Mike here wanted to see what Carolyn had to say. Mike, Carolyn's still speaking with her partner, okay? This is the girl you killed, alright? She's not missing anymore, she's dead. Terry Lynn was asked today if she wanted to call a lawyer 4 times. She said no, all 4 times. She went through 2 boxes of Kleenex. Okay? She says on the 8th of April, Wednesday the 8th of April, 2009, at 3:30 in the afternoon, you drop her off at 80 south of the public school, where Tori walks out. You tell her you get a girl, and you ring up. She walks up the street. You drive up to the elevator and you park your car. She walks up to Tori. Tori's nice to her. She trusts her. She holds her hand for a little bit. She walks up the street with her. Terry Lynn tells her to go with the dog, gets her across the street to her car, opens the back door. Tori doesn't like it anymore. She pushes her in the car. You start driving. She says she's freaking out. She says she's worried about you. She's scared of what you're going to do. She says you guys hit the 401. You start driving to Gulf. You park outside the house. You run for a little while. You come out with some drugs she thinks. And you drive to the Home Depot. You park at the end of the parking lot. You tell her it's her time to turn the debit card. You tell her you go in there, you give her some cash, because you don't want to use your debit card, so you track it. She goes in there, she gets garbage pay, so she's told to do it, she comes back out. Then you go drive. And you pull into a farmer's field, right across from the house. To the point where you're even asking if anybody can see you. And what does she do? She says she goes for a walk. She doesn't want to see what happens. And then she goes back. You're not sitting in the front seat anymore, right? You're sitting in the back seat. And she's not liking what she sees. So she walks away again. Then she comes back. And you make her hold one of those garbage bags while you put some of your clothes, her jacket, and him into her garbage bag. Then you drive to a gas station. She never sees Tori again. You drive to the gas station, you get out, you walk shop, you dump the bag. You drive back to Woodstock. That's Terry Lynn's story, right? That's Terry Lynn's story when she calls Rising and 2 boxes of Kleenex. And I asked her 4 times, hey, you want to call Laura? She says, I don't need to call Laura. I feel so bad about what happened. I just want to tell you about it. That's what you're up against. You're the only person who can tell us that.
And just you gotta be careful. Like some of the shit she said is done not just video evidence, but also some of the explanations that she gave as well are verified. That's a little paragraph from I said, but there's some stuff that she says that was
How old are you, 28 years old? You want to tell us your son's story? Get ready your fucking security blanket and start being a man. Because it's not going to be her scene that we find in her body. And when we look at the areas underneath the person's seat that you cut out, we're going to find her blood. Do you know how blood works? Do you know about red blood cells, white blood cells? White blood cells are thinner. They look like spit when you're separated from red blood cells. They're the ones that see through them and phone. That's what we get the DNA from. Skin cells from her rubbing up and down against your seats in your car. Tori Stafford is all over in her car. All over. And Terry Lynn explains everything that she knows for her phone. You're explaining it. I don't give a fuck if you say one more word, tell the truth. You're done. Well, I'm done with you anyway. This officer here is trying to understand what I'm going through. I don't care.
Who are you?
I'm the lead investigator. Okay?
Terry for the shit.
That's going to be a funny thing for you to say in court, isn't it? Because how's the DNA going to be full of shit, Mike? Huh? How's the biologist from the Center for Forensic Sciences going to be full of shit? How's the pathologist that examines her body going to be full of shit? Explain that to me.
There's something you might clarify what you said, and just clarify that. We can't just say the blanket statement, it's just for a shock, because there is something that's truth. By you saying that makes it, takes away your credibility, so be very careful of that.
You know, this officer's got a job to do, Nick. He's got a different job than I do. For my investigation, you keep it shut is the best thing can happen. So keep on keeping it shut.
The theory behind good cop, bad cop is known as the fear, then relief response. It's believed that when the immediate shift from one emotion to the next is so extreme, a suspect can become disoriented, and their ability to think critically can be affected. This specific state of disorientation makes compliance more likely, as the rapid change of emotion can evoke a feeling of uncertainty, and a suspect's positive response to an oncoming request is a form of coping with this uncertainty. This is, of course, not a guaranteed system, and a suspect will not always respond in the desired manner.
Same time, what he's saying for I didn't watch what she was saying. She
she said that she had a thing right last year's stuff that was said that by her saying it later forget to be confirmed that it was about can't say don't do whatever they want, but just be careful what you do. Anyways, but it plagues it. I think she said it doesn't change my opinion. That's the issues with brothers. Got their opinions on which they get something less than me. So I said the piece, but I said I've got no word. And this was but like I said, this is your chance. This is your chance to settle the peace. He just told you not to say anything more, so it's up to you. So you don't say anything. It is what he said. It is. I'm still interested in listening to you. I want to talk about the part of the school she's grabbed. Discuss that and see what your thoughts are there. Why? Because of the officer, because of what the lawyer said, that was everything. I just don't know. Yes. I'm not sure. I don't know. Some of the ones in here are barking and you just want me to say what word? You just want me to say things. So it's open and closed. So it's over and done with. That's it. That's how it is. Nothing more to talk about. Actually, because you know, actually, that's fair. That's a very fair statement. But that's how it is. Cases. It doesn't. So yeah, well, then I'm interested. Listen to what you have to say. Because it does open and shut this case. I'm ready.